Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I am talking about the equinox. So the equinox just happened. It's hard to say equinox, the spring equinox, and those on the other side of the world has the fall equinox. So we're going into the spring season here in the northern hemisphere, and it was, obviously the new Aries season. Aries is the beginning of the astrology wheel, takes action. Aries is all about getting going, creating the fire, creating the earth to warm up. It is actually cardinal fire. It's taking action. So we're going to see a lot of movement coming up in our lives in these Aries placements. Now, besides that, we're having a new moon tomorrow, or by the time I get this video uploaded, it'll probably be soon, if not that day. It's 29 degrees Aries, so it's the very end of the degree of the 30 degrees, because really it doesn't go to 30 degrees, it goes to 29 and then it goes to 0. So it taps off at 0 at Taurus, so it's very close. Now 29 degrees represents a turning point, movement. It's like the end of the Aries cycle or any of the turning points. Going 29 represents a movement, change, something that's changing, different. So there's just a lot of swirling energy going around. There's also a lot of other planets in Aries. The other thing that's happening is soon is Pluto is going to go into Aquarius. Now, Pluto has been in Capricorn, and the Capricorn represents like the father energy or governments, structure, because Capricorn is cardinal earth. And so it kind of represents the old school, the old things that are going on. Now, it's going to go into Aquarius. Now, I was a child, I remember the song, The Age of Aquarius. They were singing about this for so long, and now it's really happening. Now what's gonna happen is gonna go into Pluto, it's gonna go back to Capricorn, it's gonna go into Pluto, back into Capricorn, so it's gonna kind of go back and forth. But just even now, with Pluto coming to Aquarius, it's gonna be big changes, because the Aquarian age is like the Star Trek age. It's where we're going to solve these problems. We have two versions of things going on the planet right now. It's going to be the control grid, the World Economic Forum, these unelected people that want to put us all into like eating fake meat and like not being poor and stuff like that. So that's their agenda, but it's not going to do it. People are not going to go with it, because there's this other agenda, which is not an agenda. It's humanity's waking up. Humanity is coming into where we're supposed to be. And that's why it's so chaotic. This is a huge shift. And I really recommend that we all should be having a spiritual practice. Go to church, read your Bible, meditate. This is what's going to get us through, because what's happening is there's a lot of chaotic energy, especially the news. The news is going to be really chaotic. We're going to hear all these crazy things. And if we tune into that external, things that are going around, we are going to feel chaotic as well. So we need to actually turn within, look at our chart and where this Aries energy is taking off. Now, again, the Aquarius as well in the chart, but there's lots of energy in Aries, and it's going to be a little dramatic and very much bumpy roads ahead. But the way we're going to get through it is to turn within. And don't feel like we have to study all the news, because what happens if we focus outside ourselves, our bodies have not acclimated to seeing torture and war all over the world. We can only take where we live. That's really where we should focus on. And so when we see these things that happen from all over the world, and it's so traumatic, it stresses us out. It makes us feel anxious. And so we can take a little break, we can look at that, but then we need to actually turn within, because we're not any good to anyone if we're anxious and stressed out about world events. We need to turn within and focus in our own community and just have that faith that we're going to get through this. So I'm not going to predict anything, but there's going to be things happening in the spring. It's crazy. And also, it's an eclipse. So that's the other thing. It is going to be an eclipse on this new moon. And so we have what we call eclipse seasons. We have the solar eclipse happens, and the solar eclipse is opening a doorway. It's opening a doorway to make a big change. And of course, Aries energy and all this stuff that's going on in Aries, plus, it's going to just gotta hold on. We just have to hold on. Or we can allow this Aries energy to really shift us into a new place. So that's another thing we can do. It's like, okay, this energy is surging. Let's just ride it and go to where we want to go next. And so that we're opening a doorway. Some newness is coming in Aries, taking action, making something that we really want happen. And then we're going to have the lunar eclipse. Now the lunar eclipse is going to be on the full moon, and it's going to be in May, and that's going to be in Scorpio. So that's going to be usually a turning point, because the full moons are a choice point. New moons, we're initiating something new. And with the eclipse, it's going to be more, because the eclipse season lasts for the 6 months till the next eclipse season. So we're going to really, this 6 months is going to be, I don't know, but it's going to be different. And then we're going to have that full moon that's going to be in May in Scorpio. And Scorpio is also kind of an edgy sign. It's fixed water, but there's going to be some choice points that are going to happen there. And so, hold on and see if we can, again, stay calm with the changes and be clear about what we want to change. It's almost like we're going to surfboard, or we're doing something, we're on this carnival ride, but we need to have our harnesses and be clear about what we want to create and go forward with. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So again, look at where 29 degrees is hitting in your chart. Your chart wheel happens to everybody. For me, it's right on my descendant. It's right on my relationship house. So new people in my life, new decisions, that's what's going on. So let me know if this is helpful. I know that I don't get a lot of response usually on these videos if people watch them, but this time I think hopefully you'll take my ideas to heart, because we need to take care of ourselves. We need to keep our energy calm through this time. And if we get too out there, we're gonna have more anxiety. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.